If I mix these two. Yes, that's what Yes. Pale one. Yes. And then that
Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
I'm afraid I must ask you to accompany me.
Yes.
The perfume, the sunglasses, the radio.
And the handbag.
And the handbag. Well, that's all there is, sir, except for madam's own wallet.
And the total owing is?
£33, 10 shillings, sir.
Yes. You have an account here, madam. Oh, well, you seem to have more than enough money with you. Of course, you wish to pay for these articles.
I do not wish to pay for them.
All right. Call the police.
Miroslava.
Kobolnova.
C-O...
Koblynova.
Age? Address?
124 Jan Maastricht Square.
No, your address here in London.
77 Chatsworth Gate.
Chatsworth Gate. Now, Mrs. Koblynova, you understand you're being charged with shoplifting?
Yes, I understand.
I have here a list of the things you're alleged to have taken without paying. Do you deny taking these articles?
No, I do not deny it.
Well, these things have been recovered. Do you want to press a charge?
Well, the manager says yes.
Well, Mrs. Koblynova, I'm now going to charge you. I must caution you anything you say may be used as evidence.
The plaintive note is a Foreign Office specialty. Indeed, I'm told that's how chaps get selected for the executive grade. They're asked to put on their most peeved, plaintive voice, and those who do it best get in. Well, this fellow was superb. He said, "Are we going to go on and on, letting Special Branch tread on diplomatic toes? Do we have any intention of doing anything about it?"
What do you mean, on and on? It hasn't happened often.
Once is too often, and it's the second time it's happened to the Venezuelans. They're up in arms. There are repercussions all the way from Whitehall to Caracas.
Look, their car tried to join the Prime Minister's convoy. It wasn't
You cannot
scheduled.
touch an embassy car.
I know you can't.
They can run you over and you cannot touch them.
All right, we don't need lessons in diplomatic immunity, for heaven's sake.
Besides, they'd been invited to join the convoy.
Come in.
Sir?
Nobody told us. Why didn't protocol tell us?
My dear chap, you don't know protocol.
What is it, Morrissey?
There's a problem at Malibin Lane, sir. They've got a woman there who's been caught shoplifting in one of the Oxford Street stores.
For heaven's sake. Protocol should
There's
have
more,
got...
sir.
Excuse me.
Not for our ears, eh?
Probably something you didn't need to know.
And the address she gave was a false one, but not completely.
What does that mean?
She was known there, and the people there referred the constable to the Czech embassy.
Why?
Her husband's a diplomat.
Has the charge been accepted already?
Yes, I'm afraid so, sir.
Has Malibin Lane been on to the embassy?
No, sir, they phoned us first.
Get down there.
Well, the embassy on Malibin Lane.
Malibin Lane. Smooth the whole thing over quickly and quietly.
Yes, sir.
All right. You can put your things back in your bag now.
Thank you.
You haven't been searched before, have you?
How do you know?
I can tell. Would you like a cup of coffee?
Please.
I'll see if I can rustle one up.
Thanks for letting us know, anyway. I'd like to see her now, if I may.
Yes, sir.
Nothing. She's clean.
Mrs. Koblynova? This officer would like a word with you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you like to sit down, Mrs. Kabilnova?
Thank you.
Now, I understand you don't seem to have your passport with you.
No.
Do you have any other means of identification? Mrs. Kabilnova, where is your passport?
My husband has it.
And where's he?
At the embassy.
Well, wouldn't you like to telephone him?
No. Thank you.
I asked her if she'd like to make a phone call. She said no.
I see. Would you, excuse me just a second? Morrissey here, sir. I'm at Malvern Lane. Look, do you think you could give me a hand?
Why, you in trouble?
Yeah. Yes, I think you'd better come over.
Okay.
This is Chief Inspector Jordan.
You're rather young to be chief inspector, aren't you?
Yes, madam. Now, what exactly are you playing at?
Playing at? I don't know what you mean.
Oh, now, come on, really, madam. For someone facing criminal charges, you've done 3 very strange things.
3?
Yes. First of all, you've got money, yet you steal. You give a false address, but not a completely false address. And thirdly, your husband has diplomatic immunity, which covers you as well, and yet you refuse to contact him or to ask him to come over here.
He would not be able to come.
Why?
He's not allowed to leave the embassy. He's being held.
Being held prisoner.
No, not prisoner exactly. His movements are restricted.
Restricted. I see, yes. Well, anyway, we're going to have to phone the embassy.
No, please, you must not.
Oh, all right. Please don't upset yourself. Would you, like a cigarette? Morrissey, would you, leave us, please?
Please have one of mine.
Oh, fine. Morrissey, thank you very much. But these are Russian, aren't they? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Would you have one of mine?
Thank you.
Huh? Isn't there something you want to tell me?
I don't... This afternoon, my husband and I are due to be on a plane back to Prague.
And you don't want to go?
We cannot go. My husband is in disgrace.
In what way?
Because of something he said on television.
On television here?
Yes, a television interview program last week. He said some things about the Soviet control over our country. They're things which we all feel, but which he should not have said in his position.
Oh, what is his position then?
He's a cultural attaché, but he's a writer, really, and a teacher. Well, he was sent here because he has many British connections. He's been here often. He's a very young man. He's only 20. He was in the Air Force here in the last war.
And you're due to fly back, are you?
Oh, we're being sent back with 24 hours' notice. He will face an official reprimand.
Tell me, how serious would that be?
Oh, well, I don't think he'll be put in prison, but he'll probably lose his official position. But his writing will be restricted. And this is very serious.
And what about you? I mean, your life back there.
Me?
Yes, you.
For myself?
Yes.
Oh, life for us will not be so good, but this is not important. It is his future. Now the only future for him is here. I'm sorry, I find your English cigarettes very strong.
Yes, well, I find yours very strong, too.
Depends what you're used to.
Yeah. I mean, what did you hope to gain by doing this thing?
Oh, you see, if I can just keep my husband here a few hours longer, stop him getting on the plane this afternoon, well, maybe I get a chance to talk to him again. Persuade him to see reason.
Now,
Realize the best thing is to
wait a
stay
minute.
here,
Now,
not to go back.
What do you actually mean by see reason? I mean, tell me now. Does your husband wish to return to Czechoslovakia?
He could stay here if he really wanted to. I beg him. But he won't. He's a very good citizen, very loyal. He must do the right thing. But today is our last chance, and they're watching him.
Now look, if you had the chance, right, and your husband wanted to take it, would you both make a run for it? Would you?
Oh, yes, I think so. Well, there are places we could go. We have friends here. We could get asylum. I don't think that they would fight very hard against it. He's not considered dangerous, only an unreliable liberal.
Liberal, that's right, yes. But there's one I just can't understand. I mean, this getting charged and arrested for shoplifting. I mean, what did you hope to gain by that?
I will not be able to get on the plane this afternoon.
Oh, yes, you will, yes. Yes, if your embassy, if they have immunity for you.
But that will take time.
Oh, only be a temporary delay. I mean, your husband can still be forced to get on that plane without you. I mean, this won't change anything.
It might.
Well, how?
Well, it might shock him into change his mind. Give him a little more time to think. He's been behaving so strangely lately. Not like himself. I don't understand it. I know that what I have done is a stupid act, but it was all I could think of. Please, will you help me?
I mean, I would like to help you, but I don't see what I can do. I mean, if you do have diplomatic immunity, you're out of our jurisdiction.
I do not claim immunity.
No, it doesn't matter. If you have it, I mean, you just have it. And that's it.
On the way. Sending a car.
Good, thank you.
Who is?
Your embassy.
But you have already found them.
I'm sorry, we had no choice. Excuse me.
Well, it's a nice day. The sun's coming out.
That's a very silly thing to say.
Did you check this lady, did you?
Yes, sir.
Was there anything concealed on her?
Nothing.
Did she have time to get rid of anything?
Not out here, she didn't, sir.
And what about in there? Was she alone at all?
For a second or two, she'd have had to be in pretty quick.
I see. Oh, these are revolting. Sergeant, tell me now, in the normal course of things, she'd appear before Marlborough Street Magistrate in the morning?
That's right, sir, Marlborough Street.
Yes. And when, she'd be here, would she tonight?
No, sir, not here. If she's not bailed, we take her to West End Central.
And when would that be?
Right now, sir. The van's waiting now.
Is it? I see. Sergeant, I want you to cancel it. I want her to stay here for a bit.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. My name is Bilak, Ladislav Bilak. I'm from the Czechoslovak embassy. I believe there's been some kind of trouble here.
Thank you. Chief Inspector Jordan from Scotland Yard, Sergeant.
An officer of such high rank for such a small matter? How nice.
Thank you.
And where is Miroslav Akovich? Well, Mirkel, what have you been up to? Are you all right? Zakazali smo me sušne. Naš muž má v starosti.
Did he stay over there?
He's waiting for you at the embassy with your luggage packed. Well, thank you for telephoning us so promptly. You've been most kind. We're very grateful. Come, we go now.
Just 1 minute, please, sir.
Yes, Chief Inspector. Ah, you would like a written receipt, eh?
I would like to see the latest passport.
What?
A diplomatic passport.
Ugašem sur pas.
Can my muž?
You're sure your husband has your passport?
Anna.
If you'd like to accompany us to the embassy, you can see your passport with pleasure. There's room in our car for at least two of you. Come, let's go.
No, I'm sorry, sir, but I must have some form of identification. You see, the lady doesn't have anything on her.
I can vouch for her identity. She's Miroslava Kobilova, wife of Jan Kobil. a cultural attaché at our embassy.
Well, not wishing to be disrespectful to you, sir. I mean, we don't have any evidence of that, do we?
You have my word. It would be most disrespectful not to trust it. We've invited you to our embassy where we can show you proof of the lady's diplomatic immunity.
Well, you see, sir, once inside your embassy, she's out of our jurisdiction, isn't she? I mean, she does face criminal charges, sir. I mean, how do we know that she's just not an ordinary Czech national for whom you're trying to rescue out of her predicament?
This kind of mistrust makes a stalemate, does it not?
Yeah, stalemate, yes.
So, what do you suggest?
Well, I suggest, sir, that you bring proof of the lady's identity, and it seems to me that the best way would be for the lady's husband to come over here with her passport.
No, I don't see what her husband has to do with it.
No, the husband is... No, it's very important. You see, in that way, that would confirm that she is the wife of your colleague and that she does have diplomatic immunity. Actually, I'm rather surprised that he didn't come along here with you.
He was otherwise occupied.
Oh, was I see, yes. Well, in the meantime, Sergeant, would you take the lady to a cell, please?
What, now, sir?
Right now.
No, you can't do that.
I'm sorry, sir, but the charge has been accepted, you know.
Please. I think you're overstepping yourself. I think you'll find it will be serious trouble for you if you put this lady in a cell.
I'm only doing my duties I see fit.
You're wasting time on stupid technicalities.
Well, the law is very full of technicalities, isn't it?
Very well. We will return. Please do nothing till then. Come.
What's that?
That is a diplomatic passport.
I see. Thank you for letting me know. Bye. There's been an official protest from the Czech embassy delivered by hand during the lunch hour.
What, to the Foreign Office?
The Foreign Office. The Home Office has already bypassed me and been on to the Commissioner. And on top of all that, there's this. Did you give clear instructions to the Press Bureau that this was not to be released to the papers?
Absolutely, sir.
Then how did the press get a hold of it?
You know what the newspapers are like.
Why are you being so heavy-footed? Only this morning you heard Moxon telling us both to tread very carefully in matters concerning diplomatic immunity.
Well, I felt pretty light on my feet at the time.
What was the attitude of the Czechs?
Very rushed.
What does that mean?
Well, they walked in there like they owned the place.
Well, so they should. Look, on the face of it, you should have delivered that woman to her embassy. They were claiming her. She's on the Foreign Office list.
Well, I didn't think there'd be anything to lose by just delaying things a little.
Jordan, I'm trying to understand. What was it that you hoped to gain? Come on, tell me.
Now, we're not averse to a defection, are we?
A defection?
A defection, yes.
You mean Kabilni?
Yes, I do. No, I mean the Home Office isn't the Foreign Office. If it's the
No,
right
it's
person...
not part of our job to encourage a defection.
No, not encourage one, but create circumstances in
No,
which it
now
might
listen
be
to me,
possible.
Jordan. We do not create circumstances.
Well, then I will take the responsibility.
You know perfectly well who takes the responsibility. Inman speaking.
Deputy Commander here. Is Jordan responsible for this ridiculous situation?
Yes, sir.
Well, what in heaven's name is he thinking of?
Well, you see,
the
sir...
whole thing's absurd.
Yes, sir.
Now, why?
Well, at the time, sir, there was some doubt as to the woman's identity. No passport was produced and the woman's husband never appeared. We had to make a quick decision as to whether the embassy people were trying to pull a fast one, sir.
Concern of ours.
Well, no, sir, I know that, but...
The woman's husband is going to collect it from Madam Lane at 3 o'clock. Tell Jordan to get over there and see to it. And let's have no more of this nonsense.
Very good.
Clear?
Yes, indeed, sir. Goodbye. At 3 o'clock, that's in half an hour, the woman's husband is going round there to collect her.
Well, he is?
Surprised?
Yes, I am.
Now, the woman is to be released. The necessary documents will be presented this time.
And the shoplifting charge?
Has to be dropped. And Jordan, look, these are the circumstances and we're stuck with them. Don't try and create new ones.
You can come along now, Mrs. Krikova.
I'm going to court?
No, you're being released.
Why? Who's here?
Come along, madam.
Thank you for the book. It was very exciting.
They're dropping the charge, sir?
Yes, they're not going to proceed with it.
No evidence to be offered in court.
That's right. Heathrow, this is Chief Inspector Jordan here. Will you put me through to the airport controller, please?
Here they come.
Well, fine, fine. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Morrissey, would you get by the door, please, for me?
Huh? Still here?
No, sir. Back again.
Yes, so are we. Back again after wasting much time. Please.
Ah, this is Mr. Kabilna.
No, this is Dr. Sisarsh, our vice consul.
Vice consul? Oh, it's very high rank.
Sirs, I have here the passport and identification paper for Miroslava Kobilinova, diplomatic privileged citizen of the Czechoslovak People's Republic. It is a very regrettable misunderstanding all around.
Yes. May I? Thank you very much.
Czuję wam.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Thank you, sir. This is a new passport, isn't it?
Yes, sir. We issued it this afternoon. It's a duplicate.
Her original passport was mislaid. She said her husband had it. He had not. It could not be found. But this passport is perfectly valid.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. Sergeant, I'm sure it is. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Mire, co se wam stalo?
Nic, na prostro.
Ah, you have been well treated, Mire.
Yes, Dr. Sisarsh, very well treated. And an excellent lunch, roast beef and Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, how nice. That sounds better than we had at the embassy.
Come, your luggage is in the car. We go straight to the airport.
Where is Jan?
Outside in the car.
Why does he not come in?
Perhaps to save you embarrassment.
I'm not embarrassed.
Come, Mirko, we're wasting time. They're holding a plate for us.
Спасибо, Шиши.
Come, we go now.
No, I do not leave here until I see Jan.
Excuse me, sir, but, I mean, we were led to believe that her husband would come and collect
He's
her.
outside in the car.
Oh, good, good. Well, couldn't you just come in for a minute?
Prochny?
Mám jít s vámi?
No.
Jeničko.
Prosím tě, co to vlastně znamená? Já se v tom vůbec nevím.
That big fella's armed.
I do have eyes, you know.
All right, Mirka, Jan, let's go. I couldn't find your passport. I thought you had it.
I know. Janičko, can I talk to you?
You can talk in the car.
I must speak to you alone now. I have not had the chance for 2 days.
But, darling, we must go. We'll be late for the plane.
Oh, let the plane go.
But we can't do that. You know we've got to go
Oh,
back.
I said let the plane go.
Don't you think you've wasted enough time for today? Please be sensible now.
Sensible? Oh, what you mean is to come quickly. I tell you, I do not go until I speak to my husband alone. 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes alone is all I ask.
Mira, you are under great strain. Please try not to be hysterical.
Dr. Sisash, I am not hysterical.
Excuse me, sir, but, I mean, as the plane is being held, I'm sure another 5
Look,
minutes.
the plane won't wait indefinitely.
Oh, a few more minutes.
You won't.
What have you got here?
Shoplifting, Marks and Sparks, 1 blouse, 3 pair of briefs, 2 pair of tights.
No, I wasn't going to nick them. I just...
Never mind her now. Get her out of here, will you?
Yes,
Go on.
sir.
I tell you, I wasn't going to nick them. I just
Keep
slipped
it
them
for
in
the
his carry bag.
magistrates.
I mean, I was just...
Come on.
Could I have a few minutes with my wife? Then we shall go.
Why not?
There is a room in here that they could use.
Hold you, sit down. May I use your telephone, please?
Please do, yeah.
Thank you.
Would you like to follow me, sir?
Thank you.
Oh, please carry on, you know, as if I wasn't here.
Mirko, prosím tě, co tím chceš docílit?
Čak ty víš.
Já bych to mohl...
Excuse me, sir. I mean, afraid you'll have to speak in English.
This is personal.
Well, I'm sorry, man, but it has to be in English.
Yes. Sedni si, prosím. Well, Mirko, this is quite a show you've put on, huh?
No, Janičko. I'm not putting on any show. You realize this is our last chance.
Our last chance to do what?
To stay here. To ask for asylum in this country.
Look, Mirko, yesterday I told you, when the order came for us to return, that we must do so. But there is no question about it. This is what I want to do.
But why, Janičko, why? You know what you'll be going back to.
All right. Won't be so bad.
It will. You'll lose all privileges. You'll be classified unreliable, dangerous even.
Dangerous? I hardly think so.
Oh, I don't know what you're laughing at. You're going to be punished. You know that.
Well, yes, there'll be some sort of punishment, but we can take that, can't we?
But why should you when there's an alternative open to you?
But there is no alternative.
Oh, Janičko, you're in a British police station. They cannot force you out of here onto that plane.
Well, maybe they could.
Not if you ask for asylum.
But how could I do that?
My darling, I think I know you so well. Better than anyone. But your reaction to all this, your whole attitude amazes me. You'll be giving up everything you've ever fought for or believed in.
Well, I have no choice.
The choice is to stay here. You will be able to get work. You will have a future. Here, you will be able to write what you want to write. But you love this country. You've always said it's your second home. Isn't that true?
Yes, but it isn't my first home. Firstly, I'm a Czech. Secondly, I'm a member of Communist Party. And only after then, I'm a writer or whatever else I am. Can't you understand that?
I only understand that I'm not reaching you. There is a barrier between us.
Mirečko, look. You must trust me that I shall do what's the best for both of us. And you must believe me that I love you as much as ever. Hmm?
It's no good, they're not waiting. They say it's because of airport control. The plane has to take off within 15 minutes.
When is the next flight to Prague?
1805.
That is all right. Another few hours makes little difference.
No, it makes little difference.
Soudruh doktor, už je všecko v pořádku. Já jsem jí domluvil. Ona byla nějaká rozčílená.
Is this what you're looking for?
Thank you.
Well, they've given you a duplicate one, but it might be more useful to hold on to the original.
Yes, thank you.
Well, you've missed your plane. You'll have to get on a later one now. Now, look, if you want to phone me or contact me, here's where I can be reached, all right?
Thank you. Thank you again.
Now, come here. We go back to the embassy. Thank you very much.
That car looks like a hearse.
Mr. Charles Moxon.
I'm here quite unofficially, Mr. Bilak.
From the Home Office.
On their behalf, so to speak. We merely want to reassure you about Mrs. Kobilner.
Mrs. Kobilnova.
It's a very unfortunate business. Her arrest was completely unauthorized.
The ambassador is considering making a further protest.
I hope there will be no need for that. The whole thing was a mistake.
Oh, Mr. Moxon, are you making an official apology?
I'm afraid I can only speak informally. Please believe me, we are all very sorry it has gone so far.
Your police have been very provocative.
Mr. Bilak, you know policemen, I'm sure. Sometimes they lack sophistication.
And of course, Mrs. Kobilnova is very highly strung.
Indeed.
Nevertheless, it was a gross violation of our diplomatic rights to charge her.
I quite agree it was.
Jan Kobilner, of course, will be glad to go home with his wife and forget the whole thing.
Of course.
I think it would be good if he heard your apology.
Actually, that's
Mr.
not
Kobilner,
quite...
please.
What?
Just collecting his things.
Of course, this meeting must be off the record.
That's an interesting phrase. Your government always use it when they want things to be known. Cigarette?
No, thank you.
Ah, Jan. This gentleman is from the British authorities. He brings their apologies for the treatment your wife has had.
Yes, I understand.
I only came to say that somebody regretfully exceeded their authority.
Thank you. I shall convey your apologies to my wife.
I explained it was doubly unfortunate because of the emotional problems Mrs. Kobilnova has been having.
My wife has no emotional problems.
Oh, no. It's just that women are sometimes very difficult.
Oh, she's completely all right.
Yes. And once she's home in Czechoslovakia, she'll be well looked after.
Yes, I take care of that.
Ah, excellent. Well, that's it then, gentlemen, is it not?
You know, Mrs. Kobilnova will be quite pleased to go back, won't she?
Yes, very much.
And you too, Jan?
Of course.
You've recorded a statement for the press expressing your joy at returning home.
Yes. Mainly about my new plans as a writer.
Oh, that's splendid.
Would you like to hear the recording?
I'm sure it expresses Mr. Kobilner's feelings admirably. Unfortunately, I haven't much time.
No, neither have we. We have to get to the airport.
Yes.
Is Mirka ready now?
She's just lying down for a moment.
Yeah, she's so tired. Tak, to wszystko.
Au revoir, Mr. Kobilner.
Goodbye, Mr...
Moxon.
Goodbye, Mr. Moxon.
Well, there goes a man who's pleased the whole business is over.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Lucky fellow, he's going on a long leave when he gets back.
How nice for him.
I take it this really is the end of the affair, Mr. Moxon. My superiors may be prepared to overlook the blundering of your policemen this time. A repetition could be very serious, Mr. Moxon.
I assure you, there's no likelihood of anything like this happening again.
I hope so. The consequences of another mistake could be grave.
I hardly think you need worry.
Good. May I show you out? I'm glad you've had the chance to speak to Mr. Kobilner yourself.
Yes, indeed.
You've now seen how he only wants for himself and his wife to return home.
To take his long leave.
Exactly. So, for his sake, I hope nothing else will happen which might worry him.
What could possibly happen?
I think you understand perfectly, Mr. Moxon. I'm so glad.
Yes, so now the Kabilnas are back at the embassy waiting to take a later plane, eh?
Yes, sir. I don't think we'll ever hear from them again. I did ask Mrs. Kabilnova to phone me, if anything. I don't think she'll ever get to a phone.
From what you say, it seems to me that Mr. Kabilna's been holding back all along.
Well, maybe he's scared.
Maybe he just wants to go home. In which case, that's the end of it. Huh? Right then, Jordan. Inman. Yeah. Oh, hold on, Mr. Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Telephone for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir. Hello. Jordan here.
Hello, Inspector Jordan.
Yes?
This is Miroslava Kobalnova.
It's her, sir?
Hello?
Hello, yes.
I'm at the embassy. I can only speak a few minutes. I've had another talk with my husband. I think he begins to have change of mind.
In what way?
About going back. I think he now wishes to make an effort not to go back. Is there anything can be done?
She seems to think her husband's changed his mind. Well, inside the embassy, you're out of our jurisdiction, you know.
But what about en route to the airport?
Well, in the embassy car, you're still out of our control. We can't do anything, you know.
But what about at the airport then? Have you no control or power at all?
Oh, at the airport?
Now, we can give assistance, but only if he asks for it.
You must remember that we can help, but he must ask for it.
The move must come from him.
You must understand that the move must come from him.
I understand, yes. I say goodbye now.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Being monitored.
Of course.
They'll arrive in number 2 in the usual manner. Now, once inside, they're going to be moved through pretty fast. Now, there's only 2 places where they'll have to wait. Here, at the check-in counter where the luggage is being weighed, and here at the passport inspection. Now, these are the 2 most likely places that Kabilna will make a move, if he is going to make one. Now, be unobtrusive. Don't stand around like a bloody police convention. Keep moving. Now, each one of these numbers represents one of you, and you all know your numbers. Hello? Fine, good, thank you. Well, the Kabilnas have just gone past Hogarth Roundabout. That means they'll be here in, 10 to 15 minutes. Now, remember, we can do nothing unless Kabilna seeks our assistance, either by making a run for it or by asking our help verbally. Now, any questions on that?
Yes, sir. Suppose he does make a try and we go in, and one of the embassy people pulls a gun.
Well, I don't think there'll be any shooting. I mean, they're not that desperate. And then neither are we. We are just here to give the man the chance if he wants it. Anything else you want to know?
Sir, suppose Kabilna doesn't make a move, but his wife does.
Well, now, that would be rather awkward. I hope it doesn't happen that way. But the thing to remember is this, that if Kabilna gets on that plane, his wife must get on with him. Is that understood? Okay, fine, that's it. Oh, any loudspeaker announcements will be called the Jordan Expedition Party. If anybody says up the Jordan, I'll have him. All right? Come on, let's move. We haven't got much time.
This is a flight announcement. Will the passengers for the Slovak Airways flight number 195 please proceed to the International Departure Passport and Customs Control. Achtung, Achtung, wollen die Passagiere des Slovak Fluglinie nach Prag, Flugnummer 195, sich bitten zum Pass- und Zollkontrolle begeben. Attention, s'il vous plaît. On se prie les passagers à Prague, vol numéro 195, de se présenter à la contrôle de départ.
All right. Thank you.
What you get? There are red messengers in our garden.
How many letters?
2 words, 7 and 7.
Red messengers in our garden.
Red could be communist.
But that's more than 7.
Well, commie then.
No, that won't do. That's only 6.
C-O-M-M-I-E-S. Commies. Commies, that's it. Commies.
But why in our garden?
Why? Well, they're everywhere, aren't they?
Mr. Inman, someone to see you. Colonel.
Time for my massage, eh? Red messengers in our garden.
Scarlet runners.
What did you say?
Scarlet runners.
Scarlet runners. Red. Very good. Very good. Thank you.
Surprise, surprise. I didn't know you were a member here, Moxon.
I'm not.
You're supposed to take your clothes off, you know.
15 minutes ago, I had a call from one of our chaps at London Airport. He said the place is swarming with special
Yeah,
branch.
that's right.
Now, what's up?
Well, there's a Czechoslovak couple of
Don't
big...
say any more.
Well, there aren't any microphones here, you know.
You never know. Now, listen. Whatever you chaps are up to, scrub it. There's to be no interference with Cobham and his wife getting on
There
that
will
plane.
be no interference unless he
I'm telling
seeks
you,
assistance.
Forget it. Call it off. Now.
Moxon, why? Look, I'm sick of this. I need to know why.
Because Cobham is to be our man in Prague.
Well, he's in trouble, isn't he? He's been sent back in disgrace.
Don't you see how damnably clever that is?
And here's his wife trying her hardest to keep him here.
The very best agents don't tell their wives.
Why the hell don't you ever tell us anything?
There was no need for you to know. I didn't think.
I'll get on the phone. Hello? Hello, look, there's no answer from that extension. Could you get me immigration, please? Quickly.
Attention, please. Will the passengers of the Gatwick shuttle service proceed to gate number 5? Thank you. Will the passengers of the Gatwick shuttle service proceed to gate number 5?
He's cutting a bit fine.
Superintendent Inman here. Is Inspector Jordan there?
No, sir.
Well, can't you see him?
I'm afraid not, sir.
Well, look, in that case, I want you to make the following loudspeaker announcement.
This is the final call for the flight number 195 to Prague. Will the passengers proceed immediately to departure gate number 2? Will the passengers for the flight number 195 to Prague proceed immediately to departure gate number 2? Achtung, Achtung! Dies ist der letzte Aufruf für Passagiere des Flugnummer 195 nach Prag. Wollende Passagiere sind bitte sofort zum Ausgangsfahrer gehen. Wollende Passagiere des Flugnummer 195 nach Prag sind bitte sofort zum Ausgangsfahrer gehen.
Yanichko, for God's sake.
He's not having any departure gate.
Will the members of the Jordan Expedition Party please report to the original meeting place? All members of the Jordan Expedition Party, please report to the original meeting place. Immediately, please.
Hello, yes, this is Jordan here.
Superintendent Inman speaking.
Yes, sir?
Jordan, wrap it up.
But why? Well, that's it. It's been cancelled. I don't know why. Well, except for those of you on airport duty, the rest of you can go home and kiss the wife goodnight or something.
What the hell's going on?
No need for you to know. Or me, for that matter.